It's time once again for the tilty time of year. Where, hey, oh yeah, welcome sugar shotters, or whatever you may call yourselves. You're in for a treat tonight because it's the Tilty Streams, fresh off the 6 o'clock news, why did I even bring that up? Hey, Arclight, thank you so much for that 30 months of subscription. Happy to have you a part of the channel. The cursed chat. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Want more of that curse right here. Yeah, we're 3 hours. Well, no, we're not 3 hours. We're 2.5 hours. Let's say 2 hours. We're 2 hours into the beginning of Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. We have just been introduced to our protagonist, Ichiban, whose second name I forget, Toyota Camry, and he's about to go to prison for a crime he didn't commit, but to help his adoptive Yakuza father shoulder some burdens and prove himself to the Yakuza to become a great man. And then I'm assuming the game will start after that. Combat seems interesting and fun, but different than other Yakuza games. However, I have to say I'm very excited because it was been announced today, I think, that Yakuza's 3 through 5 will be available in their remastered form on PC and Xbox One starting in January on the Game Pass. So yeah, we have the ability to play those now in blissfully glitchy information. Yeah, yesterday, that would have been it, Sarah. I'm still a day behind on Twitter. I think I just finished reading about everyone complaining about the Game Awards. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, Steam 2, perfect. Good to know. But, man, I mean, Game Pass is good for getting into the game quickly, and maybe not for keeping it in a library, though, and certainly not for how long we'd be playing it via streams. Anyway, other information we need to cover. Beer today is the Lord help me, Lord help me, I'm back on my bullshit. We're having the Phillips Ginger Beer because it's a gingery time of year and it's a gingery goodness. Good for the throat too, of course. And yeah, let's jump into it. Hopefully no further audio issues. Let's unmute the... Hey, there we go. That's gameplay audio. Unfortunately, I cannot turn up the gameplay audio. I mean, this is also a title screen, so don't judge based on that. But, game's a bit loud already. That's good to know, because I can't turn it up. But I can turn it down. Let's give it... Oh, let's give it a nice little, minus 8.8 there. Excuse me. Itchy nose. Continuing the game. Yeah, here we go. Chapter 2. That was where we, got it. Let's enjoy this. Thank you, Sarah. No time to read the loading screens. Meanwhile, in summer of 2002. Okay, so I was right up a prison. Uh-oh. You never want to finish too early. Oof. That seems fair. Uh-oh. Someone's gonna get chopsticked later. Oh, dang it! Did I Jeez, Hexy, thank you so much. It's right there. Thank you so much for the 7 months of resub, Hexy. And happy to have you as a part of the channel.
聞いたぜ。お前元登場界のやつなんだってな。模範囚になって一刻も早くシャバに戻りてんだって。
See, the perfect time for a sub read.
だが殺しはどう巻いても仮釈まで10年。それまでは俺らと仲良くしといた。
7 degrees of Tilty.
身のためだと思うんだがな。だんまりかよ。なあ、お前どこの組だよ。それくらい教えてくれたっていいだろうがよ。なあ。荒川組だよ。荒川組。荒川組ってあのちっぽけな組だろ。元登場界ってからどんな大物かと思ったら小物でがっかりだわ。今なんて言った。ちんけな組だって言ったんだよ。組長も確か昔殺しの荒川とか言われてたけど、今はふぬけちまってるって噂だしな。そんなちんけな組からも切り捨てられて、かわいそうなやつだな。てめえぶっ殺すぞ。やれるもんならやってみろよ。
Good fluid rendering. Oh, that's not the kind of thing you want to leave lying around. And because it's a Yakuza game, that'll definitely connect. Oof.
$1年も耐えたのになぜやり返した？全員警察病院に運ばれた。一本の歯も残らないほどの外傷を負ってな。
親父の悪口を言われたんです。
シャバで待ってる組長さんか？
はい。あの野郎、親さんのことをふぬけだとか小物だとか抜かしやがって。
Oh, poor Ichiban.
親父さんが知ったら悲しむだろうな。
そうなんです。だから俺は奴らを。
違う。お前の刑期が伸びたことだ。
Ooh. And also that bread render.
どんな事情があって人を殺めたのかは知らない。
That was a shot.
外で待ってくれている人がいるなら耐えろ。これ以上信じた人を悲しませるな。
So that puts it at 2017.
1119番手紙だ。大事な人からみたいだぞ。
荒川のおやっさんから。
背景一番へ。出所するまで書かずにおこうと決めていたが耐えられず筆を取る。お前の刑期が伸びなければ世代に出迎えてやることができていたはずだが、それが叶わずただただ悲しく寂しい思いで毎日を過ごしてる。 今でも事務所にいるとお前の笑い声が聞こえた気がして振り返ってしまう。家族のかけた家の虚しさは親にしかわかるまい。
There was a video games award for best dad in a video game. Arakawa gets it this year. 一日も早く振り返って俺の前にお前の姿がある日を待ってる。追伸、出所した日の晩はあの時食べられなかった北京ダックを食いに行こう。 Oh no, not the cursed food.
おやっさん、すみませんでした。俺、おやっさんがどんな思いで待っててくれてるかも考えずにバカなことして3年も長く待たせちまって、本当にすみません。お待たせしました。春日一番、ただいま帰りました。
And cut to...
あれ
Yep. Damn trailers.
どうして
You have to leave now.
まあ年々暴対法の締め付けが厳しくなってるからな。出迎えを控えるのも無理はないさ。親分衆が高級車で出迎えなんて
Oh
昔の
my
話だ。
gosh.
手紙にはちゃんと書いてあったんすけどね。最近はみんなそんなもんだぞ。さあ、早く行け。はい。お世話になりました。
Yep. Thank your jailer. Japan's weird that way. Like, he did seem like a genuinely good dude, but it was also imprisonment.
誰も来るわけねえじゃねえか、このバカが。ああ？18年も無所入ってると世間知らずになるのは当たり前だが、一度も面会に来ねえ親を未だに待ち続けてるとはたまげた精神力だな。春日一番。誰だてめえ。神奈川県警。
What?
でか。昔はな。今はしがない免許センターの職員だ。
Good.
もう定年も間近の。
なんで免許センターのおっさんがここに？執行した免許早速取り直せってか？最近はそんな面倒まで見てくれんのか？
そうじゃない。俺はお前に用があってきた。なんせ20世紀最後の晩に銃で人ぶっ殺した凶悪犯様だからな。
That's what they say I did.
まで取ってきたんだ。
へえ。でも俺がまたすぐ何かやらかすって思ってんならお門違いだぜ。
出所した人間はみんなそう言うぜ。特に出所した瞬間はな。
分かった顔して喋るんじゃねえ。あんた、俺の何を知ってるってんだ。
神室町生まれの神室町育ち。町の有名ソープ桃源郷で産み捨てられ、以来店長の春日二郎に引き取られ、店で働くソープ嬢たちに育てられた。その後テンプレ通りに不登校、食い逃げ、万引き、喧嘩を繰り返し、見事16歳でヤクザに就職。
Ben Street Fighter 2ing.
会系荒川組構成員として大した活躍もないまま、
Ben Street Fighter EX plus L thing.
同じ東上会系組織の幹部を射殺。
It just happened.
2001年1月1日、カムロ署に出頭。後に懲役15年の刑が確定し、ここの刑務所に服役。素行不良による3年の刑期延長を経て、晴れて本日、刑期満了で出所。といったところが。
へえ、やけくそに
That
詳
was
し
the
いじゃん。
voice I was hearing, Dark Morford.
最近じゃ免許センターでそんなことまでわか
Hey,
んの
Angry
か。
Optimist, thank you for that
じっく
sub.
り手間暇かけて調べただけだ。
Welcome to the channel.
はいはい。あんたが誰で何が目的かなんてどうでもいい。さっさと消えてくれ。俺は今すぐ行きたい
This
ところがあるんだ
this music makes this whole bit seem like a side story.
うるせえよ。俺あんたには用はねえんだ。ほっといてくれ。
でも、俺はお前に用があるんだ。とはいえ行きたいとこがあるんなら止めやしない。
I'm just gonna Zenigata you for a while.
ただし俺も一緒についてくぜ。
はあ？意味がわかんない。け、勝手にしろよ。
Oh, I'll have to check the soundtrack out then.
おい姉ちゃん、なんだよこれ。これパンチじゃねえんじゃねえか。
すみません。パンチパーマなんて今時誰も。
It's amazing, is what it is.
ちょっとやったことなかったもので。
どういう顔で親父にやったらいいんだよ。これ。
It's great. That is some good acting in the game, though. Good engine. Or facial rendering.
お前その頭。
うるせえ。腕の悪い店に当たっちまったんだよ。んなことよりおっさんなんなんだ。いつまで俺のことつけるような真似すんだい。
俺はお前に用があるって言っただろう。だからお前さんの用が済むまで待ってるだけだ。で、次は何するんだ。
気持ち悪いやつだな。勘弁しろよ。
Oh yeah, no, these... I am already in love with Ichiban.
どこに行くかと思えば墓参りか。鈴森千佳夫。鈴森ってあの18年前に撃ち殺されたやつか。
なあ、そうだ。
おう。でも誰が鈴森をやったんだろうな。
目の前にいるだろ
冗談言うな。
う。なんだと？
じゃあお前、こいつを、鈴森をなぜ殺したんだ。
荒川組を絶縁されて、むしゃくしゃして、その勢いでな。
Yeah, that doesn't quite add
人
up.
を撃ち殺した？そんなイカれたやつがやった相手の墓参りして掃除まですんのか。ましてや出所してすぐに笑わせんな。
別にいいだろ。
18年前、鈴森は誰かに撃たれて死んだ。だがお前じゃない。なのにお前が組のためにやってもねえのに自首した。そんなことは所轄の刑事部長から裁判官まで全員分かってたんだ。
Oh, that lens flare, though.
お前は無所の務めも終えたんだ。なぜ今でも嘘をつく？本当は誰がやったんだ？
俺だ。俺がやったんだ。
呆れたやつだ。
つうかあんたよ。いい加減しつこいぜ。そろそろ本題に入ってくんねえか。
本題？
定年前のデカで免許センターのおっさんが 元極道の出所後の保護観察のボランティアするわけねえだろ。
Yeah.
本当は何者なんだ。俺に用があるって言ってたよな。
用か。そりゃな。
And here we get the twist. What? Wait, what?
Oya-san.
荒川。
なんやお前。
あれ、荒川のおやっさんだよな。
あ？なんやあれ。どこぞの雑誌の記者が。
No! Journalist?
取材 NG なんや。帰ってんか。違う。
俺は荒川組の組員だったんだ。
荒川組のもんならわしらが知らんわけないやろ。
ずっと無所にいて今日出張してきたんだよ。
嘘つくならもっとマシな嘘つけ。
おやっさんと話をさせろ。おやっさんだって俺と話をしたいはずなんだ。
なんやお前。頭おかしいんとちゃうか。今日は大事な墓参りでわしら
I think we're gonna be fighting these gentlemen. Oh yeah, they just vibrated my controller. This is definitely fight time. Guys gotta eat. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Attack? Attack, man. Okay, now what is the guard button? Circle. That's it. I'm now filled with rage. Hey, there we go. Oh, missed that timing. Skills, eh? Oh yeah, the tenacious fist. That'll do it. That's right, Sega. S-E-G-A. Thank you, Pixie. Uh-oh. And gun.
ただで済むと。まだやんのか。よせ、春日。わかった、すまん。そうなんだ。こいつちょっと頭がおかしいんだ。何勝手なこと言ってんだ。こいつにはよく言っとく。わかった、すぐに帰る。行ってくれ。
Tidestar, I understand that might actually be part of the game. Mm.
どうして18年も留守にしてたんだ。お前のことを忘れちまっても無理はねえだろ。
Oh, there's something up.
忘れてるわけねえだろ。おやっさんは俺の
And of course, you still got the letter, I'm sure.
さっきは多分気づかなかっただけだ。おやっさんもちょっと年取って耳も遠くなって目も悪くなっちまって。
しっかり声も届いてたし、目も合ってた気がするけどな。
違う。
認めたくない気持ちもわかる。でも荒川の態度で察しろ。少なくともお前のことは忘れちまったか。
I mean, this is the only all this guy's got left.
聞く気もないってことだ。
So I understand why he's a little bit freaked out.
嘘だ。そんなはず。そうだ。
どうした？
おやさんは何しにここに？
墓参りだろうな。
そうさ。鈴森の墓参りに来たんだ。墓の前に立ちゃ俺のことだって嫌でも思い出すはずだ。よし、墓の前でおやっさんと直接会って話を。
おい、あれを見ろ。
Or there's that grave. You know, the big one.
見たか。奴は鈴森の墓参りに来たんじゃない。
あの墓は
ありゃ近江連合先代の墓だ。
Ooh.
近江連合ってあの関西の。
Oh.
おやさんがそっちの墓参りを。
Things starting to make a little bit more sense.
そりゃ荒川真澄が近江連合大幹部としての行事をこなすためだ。
はああのな、おっさん。さっき揉めた連中も荒川組って言ってたろ。荒川組は天下の登場会。登場会だ。
Unless.
その昔は近江と戦争だってしてたんだ。常識だぜ。あんたやっぱデカってら嘘だな。
今荒川組は登場会じゃない。
Uh-oh.
なんだと。
荒川真澄は奴は今八代目近江連合の実質的なナンバー2若頭代行だ。
おやさんが近江連合の頭代行？何言ってんだよ。嘘だろ。
お前が信じられねえのも無理やね。
Yeah, I understand the Omi is a big deal throughout the rest of
三次団
Yakuza.
体ではあるものの、荒川は登場会の下で数十年も組長を務めてきたベテランだからな。だが潮目が変わったのは2年前だ。新しく就任した東京都知事が町の浄化運動を始めて、次々に登場会の資金源をピンポイントで潰して回った。名付けてカムロ町 3K 作戦。
3K 作戦？
ヤクザに食わせない、稼がせない、居住させないで 3K だ。んで警視庁の的確すぎるガサ入れで主だった組の幹部衆は次々に暴対法で挙げられていった。ただ一つ、荒川組だけを除いてな。
は？
何のことはねえ。警視庁が効果的に登場会を叩くことができた
Yeah,
の
welcome.
は荒川組から提供された内部情報のおかげだったんだよ。つまり荒川真澄は登場会って組織そのものを殺に撃った。
Damn.
なバカな。
まだ話は終わってねえぞ。その後登場会がほとんど壊滅って時に、これ幸いと関西から近江連合の極道たちが次々とカムロ町に入り込んできた。しかし警視庁はそれを見て見ぬふりをする。なぜか。理由は荒川からの袖の下があったからだったと考えられる。
袖の下？
賄賂だよ。荒川は警視庁の幹部らに裏金を渡して近江の東京進出を目こぼしさせたんだ。
Damn. That must be a decent sized
連
bribe.
中は 滴の血も流さずにカムロ町を牛耳ることができた。奴らだからその見返りに荒川真澄に若頭代行という席を用意して迎えた。要するに荒川は東上会から見りゃ紛れもねえ裏切り者よ。今も恨みを買って東上会の残党に狙われてる。お前には酷な話だろうが、いずれ知ることだ。気を落とすな。大丈夫か？具合でも。
やっぱおかしい。
なんだと？
親さんが近江に寝返る。東上会が壊滅？少ならもっとマシな嘘を考えろよ。
まだ俺の話を信じないってのか？
Damn, I love the size of this
あ
car
んた
too.
の話はどう考えたっておかしいんだよ。あの人は義理人情が服着て歩いてるような人なんだ。
落ち着け。さっきの荒川を見たろ。近江の墓参りをしてたんだぞ。
あれはおやっさんじゃねえ。俺も18年ぶりだったから見間違えたんだ。よくよく考えりゃさっきのやつはおやっさんよりセンスが悪い。
お前が揉めた連中も荒川組と名乗ってたろうが。
How are we gonna get back into the Yakuza now?
と聞き間違いだ。ていうかこの車どこ向かってんだ。
I don't know, actually. Oh, you're not going to Kamurocho.
横浜だよ。
はあ？俺はカムロ町に帰るんだよ。
最初に言ったろ。お前に帰る場所はねえんだよ。
But the karaoke
今度
joints.
横浜に一緒に来い。俺はお前に用があると言ったろ。
なんだよ、用って。
捜査だ。この先は俺の捜査に協力してもらう。
ざけんじゃねえ。なんで俺があんたの捜査に付き合わなきゃなんねえんだ。
嫌と言ってもお前は俺に従うしかないんだよ。
You're in a moving vehicle.
あと少し行きゃ神奈川県、つまり俺の管轄だ。いいからおとなしくついてこい。
うるせえ。今すぐ車止めやがれ。さもねえと。
おい春日、おめえが協力しないってんならいくらでも理由つけてしょっぴくことだってできるんだぜ。はは
Yeah, I'm with you there, G-Dwarf.
てめえ、やっと正体を現しやがった。
I'm a very seatbelt
正体？
habitual.
そうよ。手の込んだ絵描いて俺を騙して横浜に引っ張り込んで、横浜の輩と手組ませて一仕事させよって魂胆だろ。見え見えなんだ。てめえ横浜のどこのもんだ。
たく
There we go.
つける薬がねえな。さっき手帳も見せたろ。
はっ、こんな小道具がなんだっつんだ。俺
バカ。
Wow.
何すんだ。
This guy is great.
おい、どこ行く気だ。
This scene.
あ、カムロ町に決まってんだろ。
I'm just gonna walk back.
お前、俺の
I've
話
been
ちゃんと
disabled my
聞
run
いてたよ
button.
も
な。
ういいって。わかったわかった。芝居はそこまでにしてくれ。しかし出所早々横浜の筋門に拉致られそうになったなんてよ。傑作な話だぜ。
は、お前な。
カムロ町でおやっさんが方面祝いの準備して待ってんだ。あんたのおかげでおやっさんにいい土産話ができたぜ。あばよ。
カムロ町にお前の居場所なんてねえんだぞ。
Yep.
やれやれ。やっぱりこういう展開になっちまったか。まあいい。
There's still time. I guess. Ah, salty sticks. Remember those?
あれタバコなのか
Oh man. That cotton from Sick Ohms, dude. You gotta get hip to the world, Ichiban. Everything's USB-C now. It really is Kamurocho. But everything's so different now. First things first. I need to stop by the office. Jesus, where the hell is it? Guess I'll go through a wall. Wait, can I go through a wall? Ah, where are my pumping beats? Can I go through this door? All right. And that's the weird part, is that Apple put USB-C in the iPad Pros, and that's it. They stopped. Like I still feel like Apple is, at least for their phones, going in the direction of maybe we don't want to be here. Going in the direction of wireless completely, but that's still probably going to be another year or two out. Yeah, no ports at all. Oh, it's the Jungle Boy! I saw a guy on Twitter recently who was, who had taken a selfie in front of the Jungle Boy in every available Yakuza game, and I thought, that's a kind of cool thing to do. I should come up with something like that, too. Just for us, I think. Maybe we'll go back and do some of our earlier games and find out what I've taken pictures of that might be worth doing that. Well, Angry Optimist, also from a waterproofing perspective, that, like, having a fully sealed, dust-proof, waterproof phone is kind of useful. That said, and if you've trained your users to expect that they will never be able to change the battery or repair the device on their own, then, you know, it makes more sense for that to happen. I don't particularly like it myself, but here we are. They still do make the best phones, unfortunately. At least for me.
ここだよな。ちょっとあんた、何してんだい？
おっちゃん、ここに入ってた事務所はどうした？
事務所？ここ、前はガールズバーだったよ。
じゃあその前だよ。事務所入ってただろう。
いや、中古パソコン屋だったね。その前はメイド喫茶で。
Wow.
その前は
Used computer maid cafe.
フィリピンパブだったかな。
Damn!
18年前。
This area, this is flipped over a few times.
国の事務所？
シンプルに言えばヤクザの事務所だ。ここに入ってたはずなんだ。荒川組って看板がここにあっただろ。
そんな昔のことはわからんけど、あの荒川組って昔はこんなちんけなところに入ってたのかい？
おお、荒川組を知ってんのか？
そりゃカムロ町で知らないもんはいないだろう。でかい組だし、何かと有名だからね。
ほう、そんなにでかくて有名なのか？で、今その荒川組はどこにあるんだい？探してんだよ。
さあ、どこだろうな。でも今時薬剤さんも看板ドーンってつけて商売できない時代だし、 荒川くらい有名ならなおさらだろうから。
そっか。わかった。ありがとうよ。
大丈夫なのかい？
なあ。新しい事務所の場所は
That's the person to go see.
情報通のばあさんなら絶対知ってるからよ。
そうかい。
Well, see, the moment the batting cages are still relevant. Always have been, always will be. The janitor in there made it sound like the Arakawa family made it big. Can't wait to see them now. The problem is, where'd they go? Couldn't hurt to ask the old lady at the cigarette shop, I guess. Let's do it. Hey! They finally allowed people to take off the tights. It can get hot in Tokyo. Like, I remember in 6, this was the only schoolgirl model they had, and that was like, summertime's not a good time for the tights anywhere in Japan. Let alone downtown Tokyo or Okinawa. Oh, wait. Oop. Wait, what? You're not my old lady. I want to go back to the country. Graceful Rubber Band. Cigarette sounds terrible. Ah! This guy we recognize, I think. Watch the pin! Ooh, 90 yen yakitori. Can go for some of that right now. Oh, you're gonna have to get over that pretty quickly, Ichi. So that must mean you're important. Gonna have to get used to it.
組長の名前ど忘れかいな。しっかり精神入れ。
その新入りってのはやめてもらいてえね。俺は近江の世話になった覚えはね
え。何？己さっき荒川組言うたやろが。
ああ言ったぜ。でも俺はな、登場会の荒川組員だ。
登場会？何寝言言うてんね
ん。寝言に聞こえるか？
聞こえんな。まだ害虫が残っとったんだ。本部から害虫は見つけ次第殺しても構へんと言われとってな。
Okay, that's excessive.
害虫はてめえの方だろが。
さっさと駆除したろえ。登場会の虫けらが。
Uh-oh. How does he have a bat? Well. Hey, finally. Bicycle. Oof. Double biked. I'm happy with the bikes remain.
Arakawaのおやさんが近江に寝返って登場会ぶっ潰したってのはマジなのか答えろ
せや
兄貴
Ah!
こいつ
There were a bunch of ghosts there.
いたまえ
なんやてわたんかいこら
So many ghosts! I guess the next algorithm to write is the shoving through crowds.
Oh,
Where'd he go? He just disapparated, like all those other people. Hit up the other families! Don't let him out of Kamurocho! This game is gonna move me along. That was a close one. Qianpon. What the? God, the Champion District. There's a sight for sore eyes.
Huh?
Ah, aren't you? Ichi? Huh? Ah, what was your name again?
It's me, Michio. I used to run the bar.
Huh? Michio? Oh no.
It's been such a long time, Ichi.
Oh man, finally! A familiar face!
You back off.
What?
You reek of smoke, Ichi.
I do. Oh yeah. I guess this was a tobacco shop. Wait, don't you smoke yourself?
Get out of here. I gave up drinking and smoking ages ago.
What? Moonshine Michio went cold sober.
Must have been around when you went to prison. I ended up getting pretty sick. It was either drinking, well, quit drinking, and smoking, or let them send me to an early grave. So I went cold turkey on both of them.
Wow, really turned it around.
そうね
I'm practically a health nut now. No alcohol, tobacco, no additives. And I'm eating better too. I'm trying to put up my water intake too. Did you know 70% of the body is made of water? Even knowing that, most people don't drink nearly enough water. If you don't get some quality water in your...
Michio? Gonna have to ask you to stop. Maybe you could ease up on the water trivia and tell me a bit about Kamurocho. What happened to the Tojo clan and Arakawa-san while I was gone?
I don't know the first thing about it.
But your bar was pretty popular with Tojo clan guys, wasn't it?
いいえ
My bar is a health food cafe now. When I banned smoking and drinking, I lost that type of customer. I don't know what the Yakuza are up to, and I couldn't care less about people who don't treat their bodies like temples.
Oh, jeez.
But if you're so curious, why not track down Ushio?
Ushio.
Remember? Your senpai from middle school?
Oh yeah! The guy used to sell black market porn.
He's a magazine writer these days. And he fancies himself the go-to guy for coverage on the Yakuza.
Really? And he's perfect!
Well, I have no doubts that he's all that a great I have my doubts that he's all that great a journalist. He'll say he's out researching a story, and then I'll see him slacking off by Children's Park.
ありがとよ
Children's Park, huh? Well, that's where I'm going then. Thanks, Michio.
Swing by my cafe when you can, will ya? I've got this new spring water called Aha Divine. And they say you can even cure illnesses. Invite your friends too. You'll feel better.
Yeah, I'll put it on the list.
If you like, I can sell you some to use home at a discount. We even have a referral program. If I register you as a friend, then
Yeah, anyway, I gotta run. Glad to see you're staying fit. See you around.
hey, wait.
Jeez. Oh man, the sound of the air conditioners in there. Michio sure has changed. I'm glad she's doing well, but it's kind of sad too. Well, maybe I can find Ushio at Children's Park. Might as well check it out. To the Children's Park. Net Cafe. Who's up on the boards here these days? Freshness Boys. Rouge and Noir Boys. Kakkoi Tsukureru Kids. And Candle Kamure. Good old Candle Kamure. Yeah, not a lot of people remember Candle Kamure. It's on TV late at night back in the 80s. Thank you for those bits, Winter Nightingale. Yes. We do, in fact, know where the Children's Park is. I'm faster than traffic. Thank God they got rid of the running out of breath mechanic. That was... What? Children's Park, Children's Park. Here it is, it's the Children's Park. How many times we gotta tell you, quit hanging around here? Hey, made a promise, now hand it over.
Chill out, would you? It's just a pick of your walking. And you look like a badass in it.
It's not a matter of whether we look cool or not. The Omi doesn't do the whole press thing. So back off, or I'll be the one doing the snapping.
Well, aren't there any exceptions?
They're gonna run you out 1,000,000 yen a shot if you really want them.
That's just crazy.
Or is it now? You can say goodbye to your camera.
Wait, I still owe money on that thing.
You think I care? Oh, whoop! Damn. Oh, this is just a cartoon now, I guess. Super Lipsy's,
Super Lips is, what's it, Terabang.
Why break a perfectly good camera?
How the hell are you?
I gotta talk to this guy. Don't worry. Make sure you get the shots get deleted. That makes a square, right?
Aren't you Ichiban?
Aren't you Ichiban? Ichiban Kasuga? You got out? Been a while, Ushio. Whoops, wrong voice. Hey, isn't he the Tojo clan guy?
What?
Red suit, scraggly hair. That's gotta be him. He's the one our couple family told us to look out for.
If we kill him and drag him back, We'll be fucking heroes. Yeah, those pictures just got real small time. Oh, we're about to mess this boy up good. Don't go anywhere. Gotta handle some scumbags real quick. The hell was that? Get him! Wow. Okay. What? Okay, well that was one perfect guard. Okay, skills, and let's do it. Plus damage. Yeah, I think the guy tried to Riker a bench and just destroyed it in the process, which seems about right. Well, you're tough. We ain't gonna forget your ugly mug. Bye. Oh wait, there's voices.
近江連合と東上
A
会担当の
focus
ステロゲン
camera,
だ
eh?
いいぞいいぞこの写真は高く売れるぜサンキュー一番おい
You're welcome, not Ichiban. Wah! Wah!
てめえなんてことしてくれるんだから
Stay in character. Yes.
悪いのはパイセンだってほらさっさと行け
Stay in character. Yes!
ただじゃ済まねえからな
Oh, beautiful.
さっきまで脅されてた人間だと思えねえな
覚えてろよカムロップ
Ah!
カムロップ
カムロ町のイメージアップ
Oh my god, really?
前に出てきたゆるキャラだ
A Kamurocho mascot?
ゆるキャラなんだそれ
無所帰りだ
カムロップ
話が開かねえで俺に用事ってなんだ
Oh, I love Camelop. I need to protect it.
荒川組にいや荒川のおやっさんに何があったんだ
そういやお前荒川んとこの若衆だったな
実話雑誌の記者なら知ってんだろおやっさんは近江に寝返るような人じゃなかったはずだ
荒川がなんで変わっちまったか
Dude, as long as the memory card is fine, your pictures are still there.
社で飯を食ってるわけじゃねえ
教えてくれよ
お前が無所に入ったのって何年前だ
18年前だ
ってことはその頃荒川の息子がいただろ
Oh.
若のことだろ俺はお付きやらせてもらってた
俺は詳しくは知らねえがよあいつ難病だったんだってな
ああでも今どうしてんだろ
死んじまったよ
That'll change things.
ういつどうして
お前が無所に入って3年くらい経った頃かな病気が悪化して打つ手がなくなったらしい荒川はその子を可愛がってたんだろ
Hey, Moose Cat, thank you for that,
可愛がって
that
たなん
sub.
てもんじゃねえ
34 months.
おやさんは若のためだったら
Hello,
なんだ
Camelop,
って
thank you Yakuza-7 for giving me a new mascot to make free. And oh god, no!
我が子に先立たれるほど辛いもんはねえからな
No, you are under no obligation to do so, but the Onomicho is
それが辛
lovely.
かったなんてもんじゃねえだろうけどでもだからって登場会を裏切るなんて
あのな一番お前には分かんねえかもしれねえが
子供の存在ってのは親にとって全てだ。生きがいなんだ。でもそれを失ったからといっても生きていかなきゃなんねえ。
It's always
そ
worth
れが人
trying.
生ってもんだろ。生きがいを失ったらまた新しい生きがいを見つけなきゃ生きていけねえ。荒川は極道だ。それもきついのな。奴が選んだ新しい生きがいはなりふり構わず修羅の道を突き進むことだったんじゃねえのか。
そんな。
ところでお前、さっきのチンピラが言ってたけど、近江の連中と一悶着を起こしたのか。
ああ、
じゃあもうカムロ町をうろつくのはやめとけ。それともまだ何か用でもあんのか。どこか行く気か。
え？
カムロ町にお前の居場所なんてねえんだぞ。
He already
行
knew.
きゃいいんだ。
I should have listened to him.
俺。
いや、知らねえけど。とにかく、お前はもう近江の連中に目つけられてるんだ。すぐ町を出ろ。家とか戻ったりすんなよ。
家？
お前が生まれた家だよ。ソープの。
桃源郷。
おい、まさか桃源郷に行くのか。
Goes directly to Shangri-La.
お前、下手したら殺されるぞ。
殺す？いっそ殺してくれ。
I mean, he did get 3 extra years of prison. Anyway, we're going to call that a good point for us to take our first break of the evening. Get up, stretch your legs. I'm definitely doing the same. It's ergonomics time. Gotta swap the fluids, and we will see you in just a few minutes for more Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon here on the Tiltyhouse Network. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. That was an odd hiccup there in the audio. We're back with more Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, and we're on our way to Shangri-La, where bad things will happen and sad things will be. And then eventually we'll make it to Yokohama, I guess, at some point. Can we go batting? Is that allowed? Do we... You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go batting first. Challenge course. That's not the home run course at all. Damn it. Swing bat. The end. Normal bat. Beginner course. Oh, I've missed you mainline Yakuza games. Home run! Oh. Ooh. Right, this is the easy one. You don't have to be so, they're not so tricksy. I'm still just terrible. Come on. Oh, wow. Well, okay, you know, we started strong, and now we here. Now we here. Oh, bad choice. I need to recalibrate, clearly. Clearly recalibrate. Well, I'm still pleased. I had more fun than I ever did in Judgment's baseball. Please leave, Ichiban. Nope, not gonna talk to you yet. Although, I am going to... Aww. Can't crane game. Can only buy drink. Have to leave there. Worst possible future. Yep. Yeah, I was kind of amused that Jacob managed to get his Yakuza 7 stream in the day before I started mine. Not that there's any reason to connect them at all at this point, but I found that amusing. Is he... Okay, answer me this, please, those of you who are watching, because I am unable to. Is he still doing the voices? Or at least, voices that may come up. Oh, good. Good. Then... Let him well. Seriously, not enough people do voices. I'm just gonna put it out there. Oh, one voice for all the mooks. Okay, well, that's something at least. I mean, he is a professional and is probably doing it much better than I am. Yeah, I read about Sega doing that.
ツアーの締めは桃源郷か。いいコースだな。 お前さんは必ずここに来ると思ってたよ。
あんた足立
すげえよな。
That one Mook voice, that was a good policy. I might adopt
こ
that.
んなもんが何年も野ざらしなんだぜ。
ここで何があったんだ。
登場会の構想でここにダンプが突っ込んだんだよ。そっからは誰も寄りつかず、半グレのアジトに使われた
Some
り、
moron.
不気味な奴らが住み着いたりって感じだな。
そうかい。なるほど。長かったんだな、本当に。18年って時間はよ。
お前の記憶にあるカムロ町とはだいぶ違うだろうな。そういや中道通りのあれは見たか。
え？
新カムロ署だよ。
What?
カムロ町の出入りを監視する関所みてえにそびえ立ってる。三警作戦の成果に後押しされて都でずっと塩漬けだった新警察署の建設計画も動いた。今の都知事はとにかく実行力があって人気もある。新カムロ署はその象徴みてえなもんだ。
もう俺にはどうでもいいよ、そんなもん。
春日、俺が今までにお前に話したことで嘘は一つも
Oh,
ない。
me too, Sarah. This is gonna be an interesting experiment.
今この町を牛耳ってるのは関西から入り込んできた近江連合だ。どうだ、俺の話を信じるか。いいタイムだ。俺の読みより全然早いな。お前は自分で見聞きしたことしか信じねえって男だ。俺の口からどう説明されてもな。だから結局全てを理解するまでお前は自分の足で歩き続けるしかなかった。
何でもお見通しみてえに言うんだな。いやみったらしくタイムまで測りやがって。
少なくともお前がここに来るのは当てたろ。
足立専用、あんたの狙いは何なんだい。
捜査に協力してもらいたい。お前の組長荒川真澄は警視庁を通じて東上会を潰し、カムロ町に近江連合を引き込んだ。ただ極道が警視庁に取り入るにはまずでかい金を手土産にしたはずだ。俺はその金が警視総監の堀之内十郎にも流れたと見ている。
警視総監？
俺の狙いはその首だ。堀之内とは因縁の中でな。だが神奈川県警の一免許センター職員が警視総監をつつき回せるわけもねえ。だから切り崩すとしたら荒川真澄からだ。
なるほど。それでおやっさんとゆかりのある俺に目をつけた。
荒川真澄がどうやってのし上がったのか、なんで登場会を裏切ったのか、お前は知りたいはずだ。
Cooper ellipses.
お前が今一番やりたいことは？
おやっさんに会いたい。無所にいる時からずっとそうだったけどよ。とにかく会って話がして。
だよな。荒川は今夜近江の幹部らを連れて地方の親分衆とでかい会合を持つことになってる。
でかい会合？
親睦会といや聞こえはいいが、要は改めて関東一円に睨みを利かせようって場だ。荒川にとっちゃ極道の格を問われる大事な場面になる。
あんたよくそんな情報つかめたな。
刑事時代のコネを使ったんだよ。きっちり金も取られたけど。
そうかい。それでその会合ってのはどこで？
よくぞ聞いてくれた。
All right then. It's an awkward stance. That is also an awkward stance. Why is everyone standing so awkwardly?
見てみろ、あの店。平安楼だ。
あの店は。
なんだ、行ったことあんのか？あそこは超高級店だ。えらい大
I've
変だ。
never been able to.
いや、 でもおやっさんは昔約束してくれたんだ。あそこで北京ダック食おうって。荒川のおやっさんが俺を呼んでる。
あ、どうした？
場所がここだってこともきっと偶然じゃね
Yep.
え。いや、きっとそうだ。
Poor
目
boy.
を覚ませ。地方の親分衆を迎えて飯を食うんだ。ここらで高級店は少ねえ。場所がたまたまここなのはあくまで偶然だ。
とにかく俺は行くぜ。あそこに行きゃおやっさんに会えるんだ。
待てって。会合は夜になってからだ。おまけにお前。
Well, it's enough time for me to go steal a uniform of a waiter.
荒川に会うどころじゃねえぞ。だいたい正面突破で行くとかバカだろ。ちゃんと店に潜り込む策はあるって。
策って？
その時が来るまで楽しみにしてろ。
なんだよ。じゃあ夜まで待つだけか。
いや、お前だって少しは準備ってもんがいるだろう。一旦別れて夜またここで落ち合おう。あとこいつ渡しとくぞ。
なんだこりゃ。
スマホだよ。見たことくらいあんだろ。
どうやって使うんだよこれ。
Oh my god, they're intuitive.
難しいんじゃねえのか？
And yeah, well, they used to be intuitive.
習うより慣れろだ。とりあえず俺からの電話に出られりゃそれでいい。
わかった。
I can now select the smartphone. More smartphone functions will be added.
夜になったら劇場前広場のここに来い。くれぐれも目立つ真似はすんなよ。
Oh no, no. Modern smartphones are... I have a hard time figuring out how to do some stuff on my phone. So... It's finally night. Better go meet Adachi once I'm ready. Oh hey, Shane Lee ATK, you second month subscriber. Happy to have you back, and thank you for being a part of the community here. Like back when... Okay, Windows Phone was not a simple system either. But back when that first iPhone came out, it was, that was a kind of a sea change in computing models and the way people approach computing. And it was simple. There was no app store, there was no way to change things, and everything was... The settings page was a page. So you could actually get through it without too much of an issue. Things have changed. Okay, cool. Well, god damn it. Why are they allowed to do that now? Okay, now kick him while he's on the ground. Why'd you let that happen? Why are you letting that happen, Ichi? What a waste of an attack. Hunkly. Oh my god! But no one responded. Good. Yeah, steampunk. It's a Kamurocho expression. I like. Steampunks. And my Kamurocho. At this time of year, localized entirely within. Wait. Where's my map? Wait, where is my map? Oh god. Oh god, I have to go through there? Localized entirely on Tenkaichi Street. Mail. Oh, battling tips. Oh no. Okay. Good. I'll read all these later, maybe. At all. Akashi? Diarashi? Do we have these things? Some of these things we have. Yep. Receive. A sacrifice stone. A wood block. Cloudy pane. Rough hide. Odd stone. Toughness light. Torrenter. Thank goodness. What's this? Comedy masquerade. Ragged cloth. Metal wire. Nail. Cheap plastic. Toughness light. Torrenter. And you. Sacrifice stone, sturdy lumber, impure lead, clear pane, sturdy plastic, thick hide, toughness E, Torrenter plus, and of course, whoa, wait, Kazumakiru Yakuza 0 version, nice, Gorimajima 0, yes, Daigo Dojima, that, where's, there's supposed to be an Ono Michio in here somewhere, so, oops. I may have to deal with that at some point. Yeah, I'm super worried about the drone racing being a thing. But, you know. There we go. Whoa! Okay, what else we got? Phones are not a thing. Pictures are a thing. Hello? Oh, good. Everything's still making sound the way it's supposed to. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's save. Empty slot. Thank you. Okay. Continuing on. Oh, no, we should leave and go this way and avoid those noids. Nope. Capitalist punishers? What? What does that mean? Hi. Good. Just get crunched. Ah, and I got a tuna onigiri, and I leveled up. We've been eating a lot of tuna onigiri here at the Tiltyhouse as well for our lunches recently, because they're so easy to make and so delicious. Tuna mayo. Just turn on that rice cooker when you wake up after washing your rice thoroughly. Let it cool down on a plate. Wet your hands down. Have the triangles. Give it a little thing. Mix the tuna cans up with some Japanese mayo and plunk it in. Cut that nori in half. Cover it up and you got yourself a good lunch, my friend. E-Block, thank you so much for that 21-month-in-a-row subscription. Blackjack indeed. Thank you. Happy to have you here as well. Yeah, like if there, I was also confused by the direction of the punishing going along with the capitalists, because if it's one, I'm not sure I want to be raving against these people. If it's the other, well, you know. Anyway, oh right, just a second here. I'm a bit plugged up, so I'm going to dip off camera for a second. Muted the wrong thing there. Just a second. My apologies. It's getting a bit stuffed up there in the old nasal regions. Go through the bike, Ichiban. Yes.
あれ、足立さんどこだ。ここで待ち合わせっつったのによ。
とにかくあの事業は今すぐ売却するんだよ。え、もったいない？いつも言ってるだろう。ビジネスと女性はキャッチ&リリースだ。綺麗に磨き上げて最高の輝きを持った時に手放す。
What?
だから価値が増すのさ。ん？オフィスに戻れだって？
Oh yeah, Sarah.
Oh my God.
Learning about teriyaki and how easy it is unlocking your door to so many Japanese foods, because they're basically all that base in different proportions.
やれやれ。
よ、忙しそうなそこのあんた。
What?
この辺でガタイのいいおっさん見なかったか。
ガタイのいいおっさん？ Sorry、僕の目には綺麗なレディーしか見えないんだよ。
おっと、そうかい。
待ち合わせかな？相手に電話してみるといい。
That is rad, actually. Okonomiyaki is one of my favorite things to cook these days as a Japanese food.
ちょっと待てよ。
Oh, I should make some with the local shrimp
ど
sometime.
うやんだ。
おや、慣れてないようだね。貸してみな。僕がレクチャーしてあ
いいのか？
げるよ。なーに、お安いご用さ。
おお、こら、見つけたで。もう逃がさんぞ、こら。
Oh, I've definitely upped my tempura game recently, though, now that I've I feel like I've mastered deep frying on my stove with the Dutch oven. And yeah, we did tempura 2 nights last week, and it was so good. See if we can do a cook-off there, Hexy. So I'm very curious to if you have a childhood recipe that's different from the back of the package.
あの店絶対儲からんやんけ。どない落とし前つける気や。
おかしいな。僕が経営してた頃は毎月繁盛してたんだけどね。
アホ抜かせ。毎日大赤や。おなごはどんどんやめるし、客も入らん。電気代も払えんわ。
そこは君たちがもっと営業努力をしないと。
なんやと
Ah, you student. Ah, okay.
倍額で買い取れや。
わお、ナイスジョーク。
もっとれ。大見連行なめとるか。
待てよ。
なんや。
この人は俺にスマホの使い方を教えてくれるとこだったんだ。用があんなら列になれて。
Perfect time to bust in.
やった。あ、待ってください。こいつ赤スーツのもじゃもじゃ頭や。
Could it be?
ほら、兄貴たちが言うてましたやん。登場界の残党がおったって。それが赤スーツのもじゃもじゃ頭。この野郎、もじゃもじゃもじゃもじゃ言いやがって。
君もなかなかトラブルメーカーみたいだね。
あんた、ニック大型だったか？危ねえからちょっと下がってな。
ここは任せちゃっていいのかい？
ああ、その代わり片付いたらスマホの使い方を教えてくれ。
オーケー。
こっちごちゃ抜かしよって。いてまうところ。
This is the kind of ridiculousness I tune in for when it comes to Yakuza. Wave that knife around. Attack. Yeah, missed that one. Why do I just let him get up like that? Boom, boom, boom. Out. Yeah. Skill. Oh, hold on. Sure, let's try it. Yeah, it was a good dodge. Okay. What I want more than anything is a, not just a dodge, but a parry. Okay, have we got anything in items that are interesting? No? Oh! Let's tenacious fist him. Let's tenaciously fist this gentleman. Cool. Cool.
De,
Never take it again. That's the sound of defeat.
まさか月数百万円は売り上げてたんだ。ガールズバーにしては有料物件さ。
そいつをなんでこんな連中に売ったんだ。
あんまりしつこくみかじめを要求してくるもんでね。何度も断ったのに。
そない楽に稼いどったら月10万くらいええやっけ。
But I don't want to pay it.
だから僕は言ってやったんだよ。そんなに楽そうなら自分たちで経営してみたらって。
Even better.
そんでこいつらに店を売ったってのか。
イエス。さっきこいつら言ってたろ。月10万円くらいって。僕はいくつもビジネスを手掛けてて毎月何億って金を転がしてる。しかしそれができるのは月に10万稼ぐことがどれだけ大変かを心得てるからさ。
なるほど。だからこいつらにも10万円の重みを味わわせようと。
Yeah, I
そういうこと。
I do prefer the real-time brawling first, but I'm willing to give this game a shot.
ビジネスってのは
Fully and without prejudice.
追いかける一方じゃ相手は逃げていく。要は駆け引きと愛情だが、それを続けるには努力が必要だ。どうだい？
Interesting attitude.
続けるかい？
もうゴリゴリや。あんな店持っとるだけで借金が増える。
なら僕が買い戻そう。ただし君らが買った時の半額でだ。
くそが、それでものじゃ。
Wow. I'm surprised that that worked, but well
ところで
done.
君、名前は？
春日だ。春日一番。
一番？へえ、ナンバーワンってことかな。は、僕はニック尾形だ。今回は助けられたね。感謝する。
おお。で、それはそうとさ。
スマホの使い方だろ。もちろん忘れちゃいないよ。じゃあ早速教えよう。一番のスマホを出してごらん。
I'll beam the intelligence directly into your head.
おお、これでなんとか使えそうな気がするぜ。サンキュー、ニック。
どういたしまして。よかったらこれも何かの縁だ。時々メールを送らせてもらってもいいかい？これからは
Absolutely be this man's friend.
なあ、まあいいんだけどよ。俺はちょっと訳ありだぜ。今日無償出てきたばかりだ。
はは、ノープロブレム。そんなの僕は気にしない。
一応言っとくと、罪状は殺した。
おっと、そうなのかい？それはまた。
Nick is our date, if anything.
そうだね君は。ますます気に入ったよ。
そうか。
大丈夫、安心していいよ。僕の周りにはいろんな経歴の人間が山ほどいるんでね。
Yep, definitely our date.
君よりもよほどうさんくさい友人だって一人や二人じゃない。
ちなみに言っとくが、俺の周りにはあんたほどうさんくさいやつはいないな。
これはご挨拶だね。一番に一本取られたよ。
おう、
じゃあまたな一番。
無理に連絡くれなくてもいいんだぜ。
悪いが意地でもメールさせてもらうよ。
Definitely date.
おい春日、なんだよ今のあいつは。
俺の初めてのメル友だよ、足立さん。
あ
I don't think there's any sort of parallels going on
今ま
here.
でどこ行ってたんだよ。
I'm willing to bet that they tried to stay away from as many
いや
tropes as they
ちょっと腹ご
could.
しらえと思って牛丼屋にな。で久々に特盛り頼んだら食うのに
Character-wise, at least.
俺も年だね。
タグ。
Like they're investing a lot into these characters to carry the series
しっ
forward.
かり準備できてんだろうな。
And so if they don't land, if we don't love them, it's gonna be it's gonna be no good. Yeah, let's go get a gyudon. And then we'll talk to our friend. What's down here? Oh, I can't rise up anymore. Can't rise up. When you're hungry for a beef bowl, you rise up. And that's more slots. Here's a food. Oh, hey, and a gyutaku. That's
いらっしゃいませ。
definitely a beef something. Or the recommendation. Hell yeah! Make it easy for me and spend all my money. All my money.
ごちそうさん。
ありがとうございました。
I mean, Sarah, that's a wonderful, a wonderfully pleasant story. That's better than the option of the mother was asked 3 days after the birth what's the name of the child. She looks over at the dresser next to her hospital table and notices the instant ramen cup and says, "Ichiban." Iris, if there's a gyukaku near you, you absolutely should get takeout. And I am super jelly. Yeah, let's just get it on.
おい、
You ready? Yes. All right. All right. Oh, right. I can no longer use the text boxes as a chance to pause for chat. So, how do you plan on getting into this restaurant?
おう、
This. Oh yeah, no, you're Rocky now. Hey, get on the other side, would you?
マジか。
For real? Good birthday meal choice. There. There!
Huh?
You're coming too? Wait, did I get... Of course. You're the only one who wants to talk to Arakawa. You're not the only one. I need to find out what his connection is to the commissioner and get the proof. Okay, no, he's now baby cakes. That's the whole reason I teamed up with you. You're nearing retirement, aren't you? You sure you wouldn't be pushing yourself so hard? Hey, who do you think you're talking to? Who found out where Arakawa is? You did! Is that really time to argue? If we don't have each other's backs, we're both gonna end up dead. I helped you, so now I'm asking you to return the favor. Come on. Damn it, fine. Aww. I joined your party.
Nah.
That is super Dragon Questy. Why is no geezer who issues driver's license got it out for the head of the Tokyo BD anyway? You really want to know? Well, if we're gonna trust each other, then it's gotta be out in the open. You first, then. Who killed Susan Lamori? I did.
What?
All out in the open. Come on, let's go. Damn it! Game is good. Oh wow, nice to have the subtitles up there. Oh my god, we are dungeon crawling. We are now dungeon crawling. That's what this game is. This game is literally a Dragon Quest. Video games are video games. Okay. Ooh. Yes, no. Take down the attackers one by one. Suspicious behavior. There we go. The bomb bug was destroyed. Ooh, good punch. This is interesting in an interesting way. This is interesting in an interesting way. Yeah, I'm not hating it. I don't normally like RPGs or turn-based combat, though I am playing through a Super Robot game, but this is interesting. Hey, what's this? An examinable. A mysterious mushroom. I am absolutely going to be eating that later. Yeah, the minute you add more than one person, the combat system is a lot more interesting. Okay, so let's Tenacious Fist this gentleman. Completely forgot about that. Okay, and then we're going to attack the small gentleman. Damn it! What do you got for skills? Beat down. Messed that one up. Okay, how are we doing health-wise? Just fine. Just fine. Let's take him down. No more attacks. Good. Let's beat down you. Oh, I haven't got the timing down on your attacks. Or even if I can. It's one down. Nakatomi. Oh yeah, Angry Optimist, yes, Super Robot Wars, that's the one with all the licensed stuff. Specifically, I'm doing Super Robot Wars V. It's just my own, I'm just playing it for fun, just to see if I like the games, and I'm still not sure that I do, but it's not bad. It's definitely not a stream game, I think, because there's too many voices, too many characters, too much dialogue. And then the gameplay isn't really, I mean, it's a lot of turn-based combat. Hey, yeah, hi, Army Guy. Welcome to the next show. We're enjoying a new playthrough of Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. There we go. Not quite there. Sorry, my guy. Yeah, no, we spent 18 years in jail. We are now out of jail, and fight our way through a dungeon so that we can meet up with our Yakuza dad. Oh wow! No, this is actually a maze, like a dungeon. I'm intrigued as to how this changes the gameplay. Or the overall game itself, I guess. Oh good, I can run. But this definitely slows things down. Oh yeah, firebomb bug down. Take down the fire. Anyone who's got an area of effect weapon needs to go away. Which is to say, what do you got for it, etc.? What do you got for items, my friend? You need some food. Oh no, I can't spam food anymore. I hate this so much. I just want to be able to load up on consumables and just jam them in as I need them, rather than having to think about them one turn at a time. This is bad. Oh yeah, and we have no movement. I control the movement, not one whit. I can control the camera which way I'm looking, but that's about it. I also can control the order. Anyway, bomb bug. Yeah, we need to make this person go down. Yeah, the positioning is basically visual. It looks like, except that where you're positioned determines what items you're next to, which means what sort of weapons you can hit people with, which is weird. Good, that's one down. I like being an honorable guy with a bad job that feels going on here, given the game's basic animes. Does anyone have an anime rec that might hit the same notes? Ooh. I'm gonna have to think about that one, Arclight, but I will give it some thought. Let's see what I might have for you. Oh no, we don't want. We want to keep learning this beat down. That's enough. Good. Okay, experience, job experience. Wow! Only 150 yen? That's kind of terrible. Though, now it seems like a good time, after I pick up what this item is. Oh, wow, you know what seems like a good idea? Is to, put some... Oh, auto recovery? You know what, we're going to talk about this in a bit. Because now's a good time for us to do that quick break thing where we get up, stretch our legs, cycle our fluids, make our Apple Watches happy, and we'll be back in just a few with more Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. Don't go away. we're back, and I have figured out exactly the recommendation for you, Arclight. More historical or contemporary dramas. Well then, let me. God, I hope you haven't seen it already, and I'm pretty sure you have now. Showa Rakugo. Wait, Showa Rengaku Rakugo Shinju? You'll find it more easily under the English name Descending Stories, and it's about, it's a multi-generational story about adults having to deal with adult problems as one person get... It's complicated. It's not really that complicated. A guy gets out of prison and decides to start doing Rakugo because he saw a guy do Rakugo, which is the traditional Japanese art form of comedic or dramatic storytelling as a single person taking upon multiple characters. Thank you, Judrit, for putting the link in the chat there. He gets to prison. He wants to get into this art form because he saw someone do it while he was in prison. Goes to go beg the person, this master, to allow him to be his apprentice, and then gets the story of the background. And oh my god, it's so fucking good. Like, the more people who need to see that, the more people need to see that, period. It's just such a good example of, in my mind, what Japanese animation is. More so than anime, it is so, like, that could not come out of a country other than Japan because it is so tied to everything culturally that what it is. And from the same season, I think, check out Erased. It does feature a child, but it's a man getting sent, like a early 20s man getting sent back into his own body as a child to solve a mystery. There are a lot of adult themes into it, and a lot of trigger warnings for violence, specifically violence against children and other issues, but I highly recommend that series as a what I would consider an adult series, in the sense of it's not a young adult, not youth series. It's the following contains adult situations and themes which may not be appropriate for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh, great. Erased is also already on the list. Just moved it up, thanks. Great. And as I said, I'll look back through my list, but knowing that you're not a giant robot fan and you probably had Ghost in the Shell shoved in your face. Oh god, I wish I could recommend Pat Labor to you, because Pat Labor, if you ignore the fact that there are giant robots, is basically the show that you're looking for in so many different ways, except they're just so happen to every now and then go out and do police work that involves giant robots. But it's full of a wonderful comedic ennui of being a middle-aged person in a public service job. Especially the films. It's Pat Labor's the thinking man's Gundam. Anyway. Oh, and God, if you, yeah, this was dangerous because you're getting me on a tear and off the rail. If you can handle, spaceships, again, Legend of Galactic Heroes is, super good for political intrigue, just maneuvering of characters, and, you know, if you could ignore the fact that there's space and just think of it as the ground, it's just perfection in that way. And in a lot of ways it is. It's military and political drama just happens to be set in space. There's very little in the way of woo-woo science fiction that you need to understand in order to get the thing. Oh yeah, spaceships can handle big Trekkie. Fuck, get on high, I think Verve, if you have Verve or VRV, or High Dive has Legend of Galactic Heroes, or go to because.moe and look out who's got it right now. I think you might, if you can get through the first few episodes, which is one of the best battle scenes I've ever seen rendered on film in general. And by the way, this is an old series, an OAV, which meant that it was animated by hand on cells for money. Oh yes, Army Guy, we are definitely talking about Logue. This is now Logue stream. Sorry, everyone who's not a fan. Yeah, or buy the $1,000 Blu-ray set, which is not a bad idea, though, but... Good God, Legend of Galactic Heroes is... It's anime on hard mode, but if you're the kind of person who likes it, it's gonna be so your jam. Because it also gets real deep. Also, I like the fact that it was a series of novels before it was an anime. Which bodes well for the story aspect of it, rather than trying to adapt a long-running manga, which is written chapter by chapter. Oh shoot, yeah, no, we need to definitely heal Adachi before he dies. Murdering people with that stick. Good God, man. Rank up. Do you get a heal? You get a heal! Free heal when you level up! This game rules. I don't even care who knows. Okay, where are we going now? Are we just dungeon? Are we just dungeon crawl now? Do we farm experience here? No. Though, with a game like this where experience matters, I can definitely see myself just grinding during the week while y'all aren't watching. Weaponry first. Damn, dude, you do damage. Uh-oh. Wait, no. Gotta get the bomb bug down. Whew. He skips around like a jackass. Unboxer Kubo. Unboxer Kubo throws the ball into the air like he's gonna catch it. Ah, he's the Mike Townsend of whatever this group is. By the way, the Mike Townsend trilogy being one of my top sets of songs this year. Ooh, fights seem to be leveled. Assume that you'll just go for them. Perfect. And then a couple... Wow. A couple rounds of grinding should be good for us. Okay, you're gonna need to, my friend, you are gonna need to eat another onigiri. Areas, though. Areas with things in them. Items. Items, even. People, we need to get our items. Go down already. Okay, one more of those and that should be good. Perfect guard. Okay, we're just gonna regular fist our bomb bug. Wait, what just happened there? 23 is not worth it.
これでなめんなよ俺の番だな
Get it in that one? Yeah, we got it. Good. Oh, if you do a regular attack and they run past an enemy, they get a chance to... Oh, well that's poop. But I guess that's part of the game. Hey! We get the heal. Nice, Ichiban! More mushrooms. I want my items, friends. Stunned, good enough. Attack you. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit early on the hits for the guard. Earlier than I think I need to be. Hit. Okay. Ooh. More hardball. I hope these are worth it. Demo, by fantasy, I believe you mean cultural event. The capital C. Hello. Recovery spot. Recover HP. Completely free. Save points. Well, I guess that's just how we play now. And you both are very nice in your levels of whatnot, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Dirty. Wait, please tell me that our quick jaunt through the sewers is now a dungeon crawl. Oh, jeez, I didn't... Well! Ready for this? Let's keep going. Yeah, let's go! Yeah, it's gonna use them both. Oh, Demold, I just want to sit at 169 for as long as possible. It's just how I see security guards. Oh, if you can get them together, you actually do hit them both. Interesting. Definitely have the perfect guard locked in. I feel like. Oof, okay, don't have it. Didn't get it those times. Take it out. Well, okay. Okay, let's take it to the top. I will. Oh! Nope, that's a different person entirely. I'll take that half-eaten bento. I'll take that half-eaten bento. And the stamina light. And anything else that's available inside these underground areas. Okay then. Elevator up. Oh yeah, no. Adam, we'll get Adam onto the Yakuza train soon. We got him to JoJo, okay? Let's count our blessings with getting into JoJo in 2020. 2021 can be the year we get Adam into Yakuza. Now the question is, who's the first person to get Adam into G Gundam?
屋上に出て様子を見るぞ。
Oh, look at that crack! Game realism's so good.
何も言えお前。
Arclight, that's not a bad idea. I've been wanting to try some sort of a challenge podcast. I'll Dubai Friday. And you know, the idea of bringing something that they love and then having the other people give it a fulsome try it's a good idea. I'm gonna see if I can pitch that in some way. One punch! Sorry, there are discussions of how we should go about distributing in a socially distant and safe manner Girl Scout cookies, so I'm very excited about this. The mana leak, well, I mean, we were talking earlier about the fact that all Yakuza games will be available on Game Pass as of March 18th. 3, 4, and 5 hit Game Pass in January, so seems like a good time? Slingshot.
Oh.
Guess we gotta take a leap of faith. Oh, cookie delivery. Well, I mean, they might be able to make it up here. I guess I just walk there? Wait. Aha! Never just go. I now have a mysterious leaf. Look at that, friends. Oh my god. Yes! Good start. Yes! Oh, Ichiban! I love that you are socially just a mook, but combat-wise, or at least in terms of story-based combat, you are a force to be reckoned with. Ooh. Nope. Oh, you're all very powerful. And I'm very upset about that. Okay, etc. Items. Toughness is on self. Is that a... That's a good amount. Bonk. Oh no, his rage has subsided. Bonk. Punch, punch, punch! Hooray. I'm happy that keeps leveling up because that means I don't have to actually heal him at all.
大丈夫だ。あの階段降りりゃ幹部会の会長だ。
Wow, those are some big thighs. Like meaty, powerful thighs on him. Oh, we moving.
話を聞いてくれ。俺は神奈川県警のもんだ。ここは俺が食い止めておく。お前先に行け。当たった。早く行け。俺も必ず追いかける。
Go, 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 go! Still love him. Damn it, we were so close, too! Oh, he left the party? No! Okay, let's heal up. Oh. This is so ridiculously RPG at this point. Like, classic RPG. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have a look at my items. The items are usable. Gear is what we want to look at right now. Let's put on a Dirty Tanuki. Because it gets our, magic and defense up. We got a stretched shirt. More defense. Oh no. Wait. Okay, increases HP by 20, unable to be affected by a rage. Knocked out, HP recovers and then breaks. Binding. Hello. And that's all we'll use. Actually, you know what? We'll use the, we'll use the 4chan mask. Oh, wow. The square button just equips the best stuff? Thank you. That's my favorite thing. Alright. Okay. Smartphone's got something going on. A lot of mail. Too much mail. Much like mail, I will never... No, I am a inbox completionist. Having a badge in my email makes me very uncomfortable.
やってやろうじゃねえかおい。手加減しねえぜ。俺の番だな。
God, So here's my my muscle memories, and I've got the timing in my head as to when I can actually start inputting commands, and I'm looking at chat, waiting for it to hear that sound, and at the same time pushing my stick towards where I know the enemy is, and already hitting triangle to give them a hard hit. This game is different. Okay, that was not perfect guard. Defeated. Skips around like a jackass. Go into the floor. Oh, Lucas Mine, no. They stopped to talk to real cops who were trying to stop us from a helicopter. And he's now running decoy. More mysterious leaf. I wonder what's down this hallway? Ah. Wait, I've already been here. But now I have French fries. And a heal. Because why not? Yeah, we've got a grenade now. This is often something that happens in Yakuza games. Oh, I'm approaching you.
おう、久しぶりだな、イチ。
Ah, someone who knows us.
俺の出所なんて気にもしてないでしょ。
いじけたこと抜かすなよ。頼りの一つでもくれりゃ、向かいの一人ぐらい出してやってたぜ。特別にな。
近江の大門ぶら下げた人間の出迎えなんていらねえっすよ。親父にくっついて近江に寝返ったんすか。
寝返る。おいおい、やめてくれよ。このご時世、当たり前の身の振り方をしただけさ。それにしても一、たとえ登場会が残ってたとしても、誰もお前の迎えには行かねえってことぐらいわかるだろ。
That alligator jacket's not that great. I'm not a fan.
てめえが絶縁された身だってことをよ。
俺は迎えのことなんて何とも思っちゃいませんよ。絶縁のことだって忘れちゃいません。
It's no snakeskin jacket, let me tell you.
随分な言いようですね。俺が誰の身代わりで18年も臭い飯食ったか分かってんすか。
十分分かってるさ。分かってねえのはてめえの方だ。
何?
I'm concerned as to how long it's taking to load some of these lines.
ことを荒立てて台無しにしたくねえ。自分で決めろ。おとなしく帰るか、ここで殺されるか。
Ah, our first boss fight.
その扉開けて。
God, is he wearing a leather shirt with a snakeskin vest and a alligator? Fuck, he is. God, that man must be so moist underneath everything.
俺も頭に殴られるたびに
Holy hell.
同じこと考
Like
え
he
て
must be
ました
drenched.
それなら18年越しに叶えるとしようか。
Clearly a silk tie
互
there
いの
too.
夢をな。
負けても文句は言わんでくださいよ。頭！ああ、ぶっ殺してやってやるぜ。
Joe.
俺の番だな。よし、行くぞ。見せてやるよ。とっておきだ。ほら来いよ。
Okay.
俺の番だな。見せてやるよ。とっておきだ。
That triggered a cutscene. Oh, I remember when we used to be able to do that with our hands. I mean, my hands, not his hands. Judgment was good for that part. Oh, I see you've got a shitty batarang. Goodbye. Oh god, you have to be really engaged with this game. Well, I don't like that. Dodged that like a boss. Just straight attack. Whew. Well, finally some decent money.
強くなった気がするぜ。覚悟できてんのか。
Now, I do love the passive
そ
guard.
の扉を開けたら二度と引き返せねえ。一、お前にその覚悟があんのか。
Absolutely. My regrets can drink in Alberta. 18 years.
我慢したんだ。おやっさん。どなたかね。
これは失敬。
Ooh.
私宛ての客人です。
Choose your words very carefully, everyone, for the next
やっぱ
few
り来た
minutes.
か。やっぱりな。お前だけは裏切らねえな。
おやっさん、聞いてください。どうして。
Rogo7, good evening. This man has silly hair. Happy 2 months. Happy 2 months to you too. Thank you. I can't believe I missed that sub all the way back then.
こんな日にトラブルですかな。
いえ、トラブルではありません。心配なさらず。
おやっさん。
Uh-oh.
すべては予定通りです。
What?
すまねえな、イチ。死んでくれ。
What? Yeah, no, Redk, yeah, wow. Good job me predicting that. Let's roll right into this, hoping we can, maybe we can get that. Let's see if we can blow through this next cutscene area before the break. And then the game truly begins. Ah! No! Good start, good start. God, they could have thrown us right here at the start of the game and just had that entire bit be like extended out over the course of 40 hours and call it Yakuza 7-0. Yeah, he's been sewn, but damn, that's a pretty close to the heart shot. I mean, Rogo 7, the thing is, there is precedence for zombies within the Yakuza universe. Thanks to Yakuza of the Dead. Ah, it's our guy! Hideaki Anno!
水曜はこの辺生ゴミの回収日だからよ。傷口はまだ完全に塞がっちゃないが、立てんなら問題に。さっさとお家に帰るんだな。
No, literally, this guy who...
母ちゃんとか神さんとか子供と
The
か
actor
誰
who's
かは心配してんだろ。
this model is based on played Hideaki Anno in a series called Blue Blazes a while
場所は
back.
適当に自分でやってくれ。
Hideaki Anno being the director of Neon Genesis Evangelion, among many other things for Studio Gainax.
あの男はやっぱ死んだか。死んだだろ。
いや、生きて
And
るよ。
he looks just like him.
なんだよくさ。俺の負けか。悪いけど負け分はつけて頼むよ。
わかったよ。
しかし、
I love him.
スリートで塗っただけでよく直せるもん。
What?
さすが元看護師だな。
この男の生命力あっての結果ってどこだ。
Oh my god.
なんてしぶとい野郎だ。お前が死ぬ方にかけて損したぜ。おとなしく死ねっての。なんでその目。じゃあお前が負け分払ってくれんのか。
やめろバカモン。それより今日は久しぶりに大量だ。あんたも一匹食うか。
I mean, there's some good fish there.
お裾分けしてくれんのか。
でもカセットボンベを切らしててな。一本調達してくれたらそれと魚は交換だ。
マジかよ。仕方ねえ。
Hell no.
ちょっくら探してくるから
Cost me. I don't know about you, but it cost me $26 to fill my mini's tank.
あのよ。
That's not worth a fish.
どうした。
そう。
Also, my minis tank is tiny, so don't base that on anything. Gas is, I think, like $1.26 a liter here or something around that line.
偉人町伊勢崎偉人町ここは横浜だ
No, your name is Hideaki Anno, and that's what I'm going to call you for the rest of this game.
横浜なんで俺が横浜に
そんなの俺は知らねえ3日前かな夜中周りが騒がしいと思ったら仲間が血まみれのお前さんを担ぎ込んできたんだよゴミ捨て場に捨てられてたっつってな死んでるかと思ったんだが気を失ってるだけだった
Oh, only one. That's
死に
good.
かけちゃいたけどな
であんたが手当てを
でも見りゃ分かる通りここじゃろくな手当てはできね
It's very pussy.
え助かったのはあんたがしぶといのと弾の当たりどころが良かったことだ弾は心臓をギリギリかわして動脈を通じて
Jesus.
中
Wow.
から抜けてた軌道がちょっとでもずれてたら
It's almost
あ
like it
の世
was
行きだったはずだろ
written that way.
ありがとねつまりあんたは命の恩人
勘違いすんじゃねえ
え
ここで死なれちゃ俺らが困る
Yep.
困る
殺人事件となりゃ警察が来て目撃者を探すために俺らにいろいろ聞きに来るだろう
かもな
It's important that you stay alive so I don't have
俺らにカメラ回し
hassle.
てマイク近づけてくるだろう
かもな
かもなじゃねえバカが
Wow.
いいかそもそもここに俺らは住んじゃいけねえんだよ自分で言いたくもねえが俺らは不法居住者なんだ
そっか
しかも住んでる奴らはいろいろと訳ありのもんばっかりだカメラだのマイクだの迷惑どころか命取りになるやつだっているんだ分かったか
分かったよ
I've been thinking the exact same thing, Dark
ちょっと
Morford.
自分の家に帰れ
自分の家
Hi, hi, hi.
すまねえなイチ
帰る場所なんてねえんだ俺にゃ迷惑はかけねえ少しの間だけここで休ませてくんねえか
やだね
頼むちょっとだけ助けると思って
助けるまさかお前
I like this guy.
俺らが助け合って生きてるとでも思ってんのか俺たちは奪い合って生きてんだ俺らの世界ってのはなコンビニで廃棄された弁当一つを狙って何十人もが群がる世界だお前がここにいるとその分誰かの食い口が減る大迷惑なんだよさっさと消えろ
Now,
分かった
on the other hand, if we can fish in this game, we could be. Oh, Renke. You know, that is the plot of Bento, but also the plot of the Canadian grocery store commercial Welcome to the Hullerverse, which was put out by No Frills this past week, which is blowing my mind at how well it's animated.
傷もまだ治ってねえし体力も限界倒れて当然だしょうがねえ少し休んでけ
ありがてえあんたなんだかんだでいい人なんだね
ここで死なれちゃ困るって
Yeah, check out the No Frills YouTube account.
そうだったよなでも恩に着るぜ
It's a 1-minute animation, but it's very well done, and I'm surprised. The Hullerverse
どうしたもん
thing
かって
from No Frills.
何が
Just so you all know.
俺はお前と長い付き合いをする気はねえでもここにいる以上俺の言うことを聞け
ああ わかった。
お前名前は？
1番春日1番だ。
偽名を使うとは意外と用心深いな。ああこういうとこじゃ偽名を使うのは普通だ。でもネーミングのセンスがねえな。偽名ならもっと
本名なんです。
Sorry, your name's too fake, my dude.
そうなのか？ああこれは失敬。ああじゃあ1番でいいな。
ねえ。で、あんたは？
ナンバだ。ナンバ。
Ba.
偽名なんだろ。
さてどっちでしょうか？
興味ねえよ。
そういうこと。ここではそんなのはどうでもいいんだ。ところでお前少しくらい金持ってんのか？一文なしだろ。
なあ、一銭もねえよ。
問題ねえよ。でも今からすぐ金を作ってもらう
Oh,
と
don't worry. You'll
稼ぎ
punch some
方は
people and money
俺
will
が
come
教え
out.
てやる。
なんだよ、いきなり金を稼げって。
ここにいたいんだろう。でもそれは俺の一存じゃ決められねえ。村長からの許可がいるんだよ。
村長？
ここの秩序を保ってる古参のホームレスだ。村長の許可さえもらえば、まあお前もしばらくここで安静にできる。
Oh no, wow, Shudrid, you were exactly right. He was shot in the heart to die and ended up waking up in the literal trash.
そうとも言えるが、ちょっと違うな。村長はな、甘えを許さない男だ。働かない者や怠け者、嘘つきは徹底的に排除する。そういう人に許可をもらうには、
Yeah, shot by his dad, Sarah, you're right.
でもここにいたいっていう意思表示が大事なんだ。わかるか？
わかった。でもどうやって
This
稼げばいい？
seems to be the lowest a person can possibly be and still be alive.
夜までに少し稼ごう。ついてこい。
Yeah, you're right, Timon. On the day he got out. Yeah, this is...
さて、じゃあ始めるとするか。
始めるって何を？
稼ぎ方を教えるって言っただろう。よく見とけ。これが俺たちの稼ぎ方だ。
I think I know what we're about to do here.
稼ぎ方ってこれかよ。かっこ悪いな。
かっこいいとか悪いとか言ってられねえんだよ俺たちは。プライドなんか捨てて地べた這う覚悟がねえと生きていけねえぞ。
I'm glad he still got his full suit.
この感触は500円玉。
え、本当か？
間違いない。今日はついてるぜ。それ。
500 yen. $5. No!
なんだくそ。
Oh!
持たせるんじゃねえやったが。ほら、次はお前がやる番だ。この付近にある自販機一通り回って調べてこい。あとゴミ箱もな。金になるものが捨てられるかもしれないからよ。
Oh my gosh.
わかったよ。
俺は先に戻ってるからよ。お前も調べ終わったら戻ってこい。この町は危ねえ連中がたくさんいる。あまり遠出しないようにしろよ。じゃあな。しっかりやれよ。
So, hey you with the fancy computer or PlayStation 4 or 5, which costs a lot of money. Not crazy about this, but I don't have much of a choice. Didn't read the second line. Whoops! It's a new area. You've earned the treasure hunt ability. Press the square near such points around town. You can obtain money and items. You can even get some rare items if you're lucky. So keep your nose to the ground and sniff out that treasure. And there's the treasure box, and there's lots of tips. Oh my god, things are happening. Yeah, so... Game. Gonna use my ability to search for drop things. Go in. Check another vending machine. Oh my god, this reminds me of when I was 5. Wow. Also, wow. What a very different area from Das Tokyo downtown Kamurocho, and what an amazing level of nostalgia I'm getting from this sort of I guess you could call it suburban Tokyo. Alright. That said, though, we're going to have to call that a close for today's episode of the Yakuza 7. So I'm just going to save the game here when we talk here. But a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of this game, getting more party members, and I don't hate the gameplay. I don't hate the game. Stream was so short. Wow, that was the full 3 hours. You got you got what you came for. You did not take your phone. No, didn't take your phone. Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of this. This is a lot of fun. Plot's top tier as always, and there is absolutely nothing getting in the way of me doing another stream next weekend. Next week. 18th. We're going to do it. So, yeah, thanks everyone. All of you who dropped your subs this stream. Lottie there, all you followers. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And it's, yeah, a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. And we're just going to keep doing Yakuza forever. Wait, look. Wait. What's up? What do I need to... What's going on here? You still have the hole. Oh my god, you're right. That's the hole that I got. My god. Ah! Wow. Rad as hell. A lot of fun. Thanks so much, friends. We will see you in a week's time. Good night.